Now, I know you're used to making beef meatballs, but today I want to show you a new way of just making this meatball from chicken breast that has been minced. And it is such a lovely recipe which you can have for your family, for yourself, friends, even when hosting. Karibuni sana. So to make the meatballs, you will need, of course, your minced chicken breast. It can be any other part of the chicken as long as it is boneless. You mince it. You will need to have an onion. You will need to have all-purpose flour. That will use 2 tablespoons of that. We'll use 3 tablespoons of breadcrumbs. I will use half a teaspoon of black pepper. I will also put in some garam masala, a teaspoon, one full one, paprika, a teaspoon, and onion powder, a teaspoon, and then salt. And of course, we will top it up with coriander, which we call Dhania here. And then I've not showed in this display an egg, which we will need to add to bring the mixture together. So I'm here just mixing this, separating it so that I can be able to know how much it is, and if I need to add that onion, cut it up all. And I ended up cutting the full onion so that it could balance well with the meat. So after this, you just put everything together, and then you will see how we roll the balls together. Great. I hope you're dancing to the music like I am. So at this point, we want to start rolling out these balls, and we are going to use just a baking tray where I want to line them up. I will have 2 sets of the meatballs. Some of them are going to go into the oven, most of them. But then I'm going also to cook others in a pan, so that if if you don't choose the option for the oven, or if you don't have an oven, you don't wonder what to do. So watch out for all this. It was such a good idea actually to make some beforehand in the pan, and they turned out amazing. So to roll out the ball, let me give you a tip here. You press down the meat on your palm, then you bring it back to a ball. That way it will come firmly together and it will not fall apart when you put it in the heat or at the point of cooking them. So that is it. I'll do that for all the remaining. So I couldn't find my silicone spoon for oiling this, and I used what was available, a brush. Oil the balls that are going to go into the oven. So we are frying this on medium heat, and chicken really cooks really fast, and you can imagine this is even minced chicken breast. Just on its own, chicken breast just needs like under 8 minutes to cook through. And so these meatballs were cooked very fast, and they were so well done inside. I couldn't show you that because they were eaten before I knew it. So we have come to the stage where we need to prepare the sauce, the meatball sauce. It's very simple, but follow through so that you can see the ingredients and especially the spices that you put in to bring out a well done meatball sauce. Whether you'll be using beef, whether you'll be using chicken, please don't just fry the normal sauce. It will not taste like you would have tasted this in a restaurant. So quickly through this, I'll be adding the tomato paste. That's about 1 tablespoon of tomato paste. I will link all these measurements in the description, please. And then cook it because it will form the base of this sauce. Sorry, it is tomato based sauce, and we'll be adding in the spices at this point. Depending on the quantities I was making, I felt that cube was too big, so I reduced it. I don't know whether it made a big difference, but the final taste was very yummy. I want my spices to cook through so that they don't taste raw. I don't know whether you get that feel when you put spices on top of your already fried food. So that's what I was trying to achieve here. And because I don't want to add water to it, and I didn't have any prepared broth, I added part of the pureed tomatoes, which will be joining the stew shortly. And once this cooks through, I'll add the tomatoes that have remained. Then I add blended or grated sweet bell pepper. You will see the yellow bell pepper coming in, and then after that this will be good to go. Depending on the consistency, we can add some water or we can leave it like that, but I think this was good to go. I only added, I think, half a cup of water, and it was perfect. One more thing before I forget, what you want to achieve with a meatball sauce is you want it to come out sweet and tangy at the end of it. So we will taste the tomatoes and how they have come together with all these spices, and if it is on the tangy side, we add in a sweetener, and I'll add a teaspoon of sugar because I want that sweetness to come out. And when you add the teaspoon of sugar, what happens is it also reduces the acidity in the tomatoes. So if your tomatoes are too acidic and you feel like they can give you a heartburn when you take them, the sugar helps reduce that. Tip of the day, thank me later. My chicken meatballs were so amazing. They came out so perfect. I loved every bit of them. I served them with coconut rice and of course with slices of avocado on the side and some tomatoes to give it life. It was divine. It was nice. We enjoyed it and everybody in my home loved it. I thought this would remain for lunch for the next day, but not much was left, and this is a good sign. This went down with a juice I've made in this channel. Please catch up with that video coming just on your screens now, and then learn to make this juice, especially when the mangoes are still in season, and make a very